Happy Saturday, people. Happy Saturday. What's going on? How y'all doing? Um, Happy Saturday. I hope you guys having a good weekend. Lots of really interesting news happening across the world. And some of it, some of that news is a little bit dismal. Some of that news is very negative. We just lived through a very rough year, 2020. 2021, I realize a lot of my friends are very anxious. A lot of people are trying to figure out what next, what do we do next, how do we survive. And I decided to do the stream as my way of trying to encourage you, my friends, in terms of the things I think that could work, that most psychiatrists, psychologists believe will work for this year of this very strange the year that we just survived, 2020 into 2021. Hey Ace, how you doing? Glad you got my message. How you doing? How is everything with you? I hope you're having a good, I think it's Sunday morning for you. Good morning. I hope you had a good Saturday night. It's Saturday night here, Ace, so good morning for you. Yeah, so I mean, I know that this is a very, how would I put this, a very interesting time for all of us. I know that a lot of us, we are preoccupied with the world around us. There's so much seeming chaos. We struggled through 2020, hit with this thing that none of us understood, that made us crazy. A pandemic, a virus that altered our basic way of life, that impacted our business, impacted our pockets. Hey, Mary, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome to the live stream. The loss of life, the inability to touch each other freely, to hug, to hold, to travel, to go out. I think 2020 has really, hey Susie, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream, welcome to the chat. So I realized that that year impacted many of us. I'm a supremely positive human being, and I'm telling you, it impacted me. As many of you here know in the chat, that I lost family to COVID-19, etc. So I know that this has 2020 was a really rough year for us. And I know, given the atmosphere of everything going on around us, that as it stands right now, 2021, I think the anxiety of 2020, we've all carried it over into 2021, and we are all a little rattled. Some of us are unsure. Some of us are just terrified. Some of us are, we're not sure what's going to happen next. Not many of us are multi-millionaires or billionaires. So a lot of people are financially very insecure. A lot of us, this has really impacted our lives. And I just wanted to jump on real quick and share with you, my beautiful friends, my family, some of the things that I have taken from 2020. And in speaking to financial experts over the last week, because you guys know I research before I do anything, I've spoken to friends of mine who are psychiatrists and psychologists and sociologists, their take as to how it is best for us to welcome the Scottish Game VR. What's going on? Happy New Year. Happy 2021. It's going to be a great 2021. Declare it. It's going to be great. So I spoke with all these experts this week, and we came up with a list of things that we could do to make sure that we can not only survive, as most of us did. Hey, Caribbean Queen, welcome to the live stream, welcome to the chat. But to thrive, not survive, just to thrive in 2021. So after speaking to all these people, I've come up with a list. They've assisted me in the list. And I kind of think that this list is doable. We can actually get this done. It's not complex. You guys know that I'm not the brightest candle in the wick. So I'm going to share their wisdom, as well as what I learned through 2021, and what I think we need to do to get ourselves, Dennis Brown has a song that says, I've got to get myself together, to get ourselves together, people. So I'm glad you all took the time out to come over into the stream today. I appreciate all of you. But my purpose, the purpose of the stream, I've said it from day one, is to try and create a world that is better for my children, my both my girls and hopefully my grandchildren to come and my great grandchildren. My purpose is to ensure that we all understand our value as human beings, because I have a theory. I've expressed it before many times in this chat, in the chats. I have a theory based on my own, my readings, etc. That 90%, well, I don't think it's a percentage, a large percentage of the problems that we face as human beings on a day-to-day basis has to do with something very simple. It starts with low self-esteem, not believing in ourselves, and being pre-programmed for self-loathing, for not liking ourselves, for not thinking we're good enough, we're not smart enough, we're not tall enough, we're not handsome or beautiful enough, we're not sexy enough, we are not intelligent enough, we're not wealthy enough, we're not successful enough. All the enoughs that you can think of. And I kind of think that this creates a situation where many of us, understandably, and this starts in our childhood as children, we start thinking, oh, cool, Caribbean Queen Tanisha. That is very cool. I'm very happy that you're going to be getting that vaccine. Viva Calor, I'm happy you made it in. I hope you are getting your things resolved. So, as I said, my entire purpose of coming on YouTube about 4 or 5 months ago now, was I saw it as an opportunity to reinforce the self-esteem of the average person. I kind of think that a lot of the hate, a lot of the isms, whether it is ageism, sexism, prejudice, all these isms, I think they are born out of self-loathing. I think a lot of people on earth are not happy with themselves, with what they think they've achieved in their life, with where they are. I know that I've certainly had my moments when I've questioned, I should have done more, I should have achieved more, etc. And I think many of you in the chat would have had that issue. And anybody who comes along after and watches this, I think we've all had those moments. And I think as we get older, these self-doubts, these self-incrimination, the self-loathing starts at a very early age. And I think what happens is the more intelligent of us, the alphas, the alpha women and the alpha men, at some point, some of these people, if they're not positive, they weaponize our self-loathing, and our self-loathing is weaponized into hating a group, a country, a community, an ideology, a religion, whatever. Some people who are not good people manipulate us and give us something to feed the self-loathing too. And if you remember when I started the stream, I used to say to all of you, spend a few minutes each day loving yourself, just a few minutes. It doesn't have to be like, you'd have to go in a yoga thing and go, you don't have to meditate, you don't do anything like that. Just spend a little time every day and say, listen, I'm worthy, I'm beautiful, I am awesome, I am remarkable, I'm an amazing person, I got this, I can do this. And that, I think, over a period of time will assist at least in helping to erode the doubts, the fears, our own negatives of our self-expression, etc. And I'm going to get into the list very soon, but I just want to, this preamble first so you can understand where we're going. So what I'm saying is, because of how remarkable and amazing you all are, and your capacity for greatness, it is imperative for you to start seeing your value, for you to start understanding how amazing you are, how great you are, your potential. Because as I said, when groups of people get together who are self-loathing, it can create a situation where we start to hate on other people. And it's really like a mirror effect. This is just my opinion, of course. I mean, like I said, I'm no genius in this. So what I'm going to do for you is, for all of us actually, is I'm going to share with you what these professionals told me that they think, plus my experience of 2020 into 2021, what we can do to thrive in 2021. The first and most obvious thing is change our perception of self. Um, Start working on self-confidence. That is a really important thing. We have to start working on our own self-confidence, and it's not as easy as it sounds. It's not simplistic. It's not like, I know that we've become the KFC people, meaning, and I'm not knocking KFC, I'm just saying, no one wants to prepare the meal anymore. We just want to go order it and eat. But this is going to take a little work. So I think what we have to start doing is working on ourselves, working on who we are, improving who we are, trying to achieve the best of self. So I got a list here that I want to run through real quick. Are you guys doing okay? Is everybody good? Are you all right? All right? Everybody good? Big up to yourselves. Big up, big up, big up, big up. It says reflecting. Reflection is always good. Susie says contagious in a bad way, negativity. Yes, yeah. I mean, a lot of thriving is about self-perception. A lot of how we achieve our goals is really about self-perception. And your goals don't have to be my goals. They don't have to be anybody else's goals. I know that we live in a world that now tells us what happiness should be. It tells us this is what should make you happy, and and it tells us what success is. And that this world is that can be success to some people. I have no problems with it. People have to be successful in any way they want to be. But the truth of the matter is, your perception of success does not have to be my perception of success. You may want, your goal in life may be to have a happy family. That's a good enough goal. Your goal in life may be to be healthy. That's a good enough goal. Your goal in life may be to be the best teacher, Sunday school teacher, or teacher period, or the best fireman, or the best police, or the best whatever. That's a good enough goal. Your goal in life may be to make your children happy or to make yourself happy. So your success is not necessarily what society tells us success is. You get what I'm saying? I mean, you don't have to perceive success as, I got to be a superstar. Oh my gosh, I got to win Oscars and Grammys. I've got to be Jeff, what's his name? What's the gentleman's name? Jeff Bezos. Bezos, Hey, Tony, what's going on? In the bushes making pizza. Miss you, Tony. Miss you, baby girl. I've been WhatsApping you. Are you okay? You're not checking your WhatsApp. Stacey, you're not checking it. So your perception of what you think your success is really about you. It's really about what your goals are. And for you to understand what those goals are, it means that you have to have an honest understanding of yourself. So I have a few little things here. Susie says, every day is full of wonder and surprises. I guess I like outside my body. Little things make me happy. And that's beautiful, Susie, because the truth is, I kind of just want us to understand that your perception of happiness is a completely personal perception. Your perception of what success is really a completely personal thing. It doesn't have to reflect anything else about anybody else. It really is just about you and what you are and who you are and where you are and what you intend to achieve in your life. That is really what success is supposed to be. And unfortunately or unfortunately, in many ways, we're being told what success must be and what it must look like. Success must be a house in the suburbs, apparently in America, with 2 or 3 cars, and you make 200 or 300K a year. That sounds more like comfort to me than success. What I'm saying is your success is purely subconscious, and your happiness is really totally subjective, because the things that make you happy, people, I love cartoons. I love anime. I really enjoy hanging out with people who are positive, who I like, you know what I'm saying? I love hugging. I love very simple stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like a perfect date for me, I've said it before in this channel, would really be like, like like going to the river or to the beach at night, you know what I'm saying? And just spreading like like a picnic basket. And I mean, everybody's perception of happiness is very, very different. That's all I'm saying. So for us to thrive and start to thrive in 2021, after the trauma that we have all experienced in 2020, and I think the first thing that we have to do in terms of what these experts suggested and my own perception of their suggestion is this: the first thing we need to do to actually thrive in this year is we need to do a little self-reflecting, and we need to be honest with ourselves. Like, we really just need to be honest with ourselves. And let me explain what I mean. I think having gone through a year like 2020, I think a lot of us have entered 2021 with deep insecurities, with terror, with fear, with uncertain, we're not certain about what's coming. We don't have all the answers. And I think the first thing we need to do is to acknowledge that this is so. There is nothing wrong if you are unsure, if you are terrified, if you don't have all the answers, if you don't know the way forward. The truth is, to find the way forward, you have to at least accept that that is where you're at. In other words, if you are going somewhere and you think and you are lost, at some point, for you to find your way back to wherever you're going to go, you have to say, I think I'm lost. I think I'm not sure about what the heck is going on. And I think the first thing we have to do to find a way towards striving, and I'm not talking to you all alone, I'm talking to myself. I mean, I'm saying this is about us, is we have to concede that we're terrified, that many of us don't know what the hell is going on. We are in uncertain times. We have lived through a horrendous 2020. We cannot see the way forward. I really think we need to do that. I think for me, that's the first thing. We need to accept that this is where we're at. Because for me, this is the way to now move out of that state of mind and out of that place. Accept that, hey, you know what? 2020 was the weirdest year. It was the most petrifying year. It upended everything that I know and understood. Lots of people lost their jobs. Some people lost family. We don't know when we'll be able to hug each other again or hang out. All these things. And I'm saying, I think the first thing you need to do, we need to do, all of us as a community, as a group, and as human beings, we're a community, regardless of where you are in the world, is we all have to accept those who are in that situation, because there are the rare few who are fine, but those who are not, we need to accept, hey, you know something? I have no clue what the heck is going on. I have no idea what is going on. I don't know when this thing is going to end. I don't know the way forward. I am probably petrified, terrified, and I really think, because look, I know that we live in a world that now tells us, everything is positive, 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 and I'm the ultimate positivist. I believe in positivity. My entire life is about being positive. There are people in the street that I know are definitely very positive people, but the truth is, for you to find your way out of the forest, you have to first admit, I am lost. I don't know what the heck is going on. I'm petrified. And then you have to ask yourself, if you're afraid, uncertain, you need to ask yourself, why are you afraid? What's going on? What is the problem? You know that there are many queens here. And any one of you who is with a king, you know what us kings are like, ladies. You know that. And I know it's how would I put it? It's one of those things that we talk about men, but as a man, I can accept that it's actually true. Most men, if we are driving somewhere and we are lost, we would rather die than admit to our partner that we are lost. Like we would drive around. Worse, we are not going to stop and say to someone, "Hey, I'm lost. How do I find my way?" This is before we had Before we had, nowadays we have ways, electronic ways of finding out. But the truth is, most of my brothers globally, regardless of where they're from, they will rather die than say to you, baby, my last, I don't know where we're going, but I don't know where to go. And they're not going to stop on the road and say, hello, or, hello, could you tell me the way to never going to do it. And I'm saying that as funny as that is not really a healthy thing. It's not like the best thing for us to do. We have to accept that we went through a horrific year. Most of us had a rough year. Now, I did a stream about a week ago where I talked about the lessons I learned from 2020. I'm going to bring over some of that into it. Susan says, never look at directions. Never. It's the truth. I've got to admit it. I'm ashamed to admit it as a man, but it's the truth, right? Caribbean Queen says, J-Love says, I told my partner he is going the wrong way, and before he admitted, he said they moved aside. Yeah, I can relate. I've done that a few times. I've been to places where I'm completely lost, people, and I could not admit it. Look, 2020 was rough. It was a bizarre year. There was some good in it, and I know that's hard to believe, but there was a few good moments. But generally, that was a bizarre ass year. And I think that fear has followed most of us, the world. I mean, you can feel it in the ether, in the atmosphere. You can feel the uncertainty and the stress and the tension around you because people are petrified, but no one wants to admit, hey, I'm petrified. I don't know what the heck is going on. But I think it's like having a company. Let's say you own a company. Susie knows I'm talking about. Susie owns Naughty Girls Bikinis. If you own a company and you're trying to navigate, you're trying to figure out, okay, what am I doing wrong? Your sales were going really well and then they suddenly start to drop. Right? Let's just say you produce something. The first thing you have to admit is that clearly there's something wrong. You have to admit that. If your sales went, you were pulling in 100,000 US a month and then you drop to 10 or 15 or 40, you're going to say, okay, something is clearly wrong. So I'm saying the first step in moving forward is that we have to concede that there's an issue, that there's a problem, that we are lost, that we don't know what's going on. That will give us the opportunity. By admitting that there's a problem, it will give us then the opportunity to turn things around. It means that by admitting that there is a challenge to whatever is going on in our lives, it means that we can now then start the road to recovery. It's like an alcoholic. I have a friend who had that situation. I'm not going to say that has, but he would say he still has it. He never got help until he said, I think I'm an alcoholic. I mean, we told him repeatedly, everybody told him, but that made no difference because he never said it. But I think the day he admitted, he said, you know what? I think I'm an alcoholic. I think I definitely have a problem, like a huge problem. It altered everything. He was able then to start administering, doing the things that would make things better. Ace, I see you laughing, but, laughing at the expense of us men, but listen, I don't know what it is about us. I think it's a male ego, too much testosterone. I think that's got to be it, that we actually do that. Caribbean Queen said it's funny, but 2020 was the best year of my entire life, despite what was going on. That is a beautiful thing, and I am very, very happy for you. And some of that might have been your attitude and or how you managed the situation that was around you. Susie said, I can't complain either, Caribbean Queen. A lot of good things happened in my life. I really believe that a lot of that for both of you and for all the other persons like that. Because like I said, I had some good things happen too. Very good things. we have to, and I'm going to get that to that point. Y'all pushing me. You're both very correct. I'm saying that, though, for us to fix a problem, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to admit that there's an issue. And there's nothing wrong if you are terrified or if you have lived through a bad year and you don't know the answers. That's okay. For you to start fixing the company or the issue or the problem, you have to admit that there's an issue. Without doing that, you can't fix it. I mean, I learned that the hard way many, many, many years ago in my recording career. And many other times since. I mean, you don't learn those lessons even once. So I'm saying the first thing we need to do is just be honest with ourselves. Be honest with where we're at. So if you are where Susie and Caribbean Queen J Love is at, which is a beautiful place, where you can say, look, you know what? It was a rough year in general, but I had some wonderful moments. It may have been the best year in my life. I'm happy for you, and that's a beautiful thing. But the people who that's not their situation, it's okay to admit, hey, that was a rough one, and I have no clue about what the heck to do next. Susie says good outweigh the bad. Susie, sometimes you read my mind, Kevin, because it also helped me to sincerely appreciate life, people, and family. Yep. Like, if you guys ever have the time to go check out my stream about the things I learned, the positives I got out of 2020, you should check it out, or maybe I'll do it again in a different format or a different way. Thank you, sis, for sharing me out. You're the best, Tony Damien. Love you so much. So the first thing is to thrive in this year is that we have to first concede that there is a problem, or even if there's not a problem, be honest with ourselves so we have a starting point. That's what I'm trying to say. Find a starting point. What is your starting point? Was it a good one, bad one, terrified, don't know what's going on? That's okay. All of those emotions are fine. They're perfectly healthy. Nothing is wrong with them. But at least you have to know where you're at, your starting point for this year. All right. Now, for me, number two, and tell me your feelings about what I'm saying. Susie says, I feel bad for the ones who had a rough time, though, and hope to help them in some way. We'll get to that, Susie. We'll get to that. Then we get to that. Tham's World, what's going on? I hope all are doing well. We are doing great. We're doing great. How is that amazing daughter? So talented. My goodness. People, you need to check out Tham's World. His daughter is so talented. Seriously. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. So I'm saying, one, be honest with where you're at. Nothing is wrong with that. You give yourself a starting point. Hi, stranger. Good to be able to catch you. Yeah. I went through a little thing, bro. But we talk about that another time. I went through a little thing. So I was off. I think I was grieving because I'd lost a lot of people in 2020, and then I had a lot of pain. And I'm the typical man in the sense that when I'm having a lot of pain, I just want to be alone. But I'm much better now. I'm getting better. I'm okay, both mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Sometimes you have to take a little break. It's been a while. It has been busy. Life has been busy, but that's a good thing. But we're both doing good. I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy for that, bro. I'm very, very, very happy for that. Okay, so on to number two, the second way that we thrive in 2021, and this is really important. And Susie alluded to it in her own way. Where possible, form unions with positive, like-minded people. Kita, what's going on? How are you doing? How you doing? What's going on? How you doing? It's good to see you, Keith. It's good to see you. Now in Jamaica we say, show me a company and I'll tell you who you are. I think more traditionally people say, be careful of the company you keep. All right. The second thing we have to do to thrive, to move forward in 2021 is we have to start forming, we're doing it right here. We have to form amalgamation. We have to surround ourselves with people who are positive, people who see the way forward, or believe that there's a way forward, and believe in encouraging you in moving forward. Um, Now, listen, I think the most difficult thing to do, it's not impossible, but I want you to visualize this. You are climbing a tree. I don't know if you guys climb trees anymore. I used to when I was younger. You're climbing a tree, and as you ascend the tree, I hold on to you, Tony Damien holds on to you, Susie holds on to you, Sam's World holds on to you, Keita May holds on to you. And all of us are pulling you down. Like all of us are literally grabbing you by the feet as you're trying to climb this tree. And we're literally spending all our effort to pull you off the tree. Like literally, this is what we're doing. Whereas you're saying Susie's going up the mountain trail, for instance, and she's going up a steep incline. And I grab her, and everybody we grab her, and we're pulling her back. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible for Susie to make it to the top, or for whoever it is to get to the top of the tree. But the amount of effort you're going to need to get to the top of that tree is unbelievable. You will burn up maybe 70% of your energy just trying to get to the top of the tree with all these other people grabbing you and pulling you down. That is a really important thing to remember. You must surround yourself. Susie says, I have strong arms. You'd have to have unbelievably strong arms. You must surround yourselves with like-minded, powerful, positive people. You notice I said the word positive. You can't surround yourselves with super negative human beings, or bitter people, or people who are angry, or people who blame everything else in the world and somebody else. Bridget, what's going on? What's going on, Bridget? How you doing? How are you doing? I sent you a WhatsApp. Did you see it, Bridget? All right. It is really imperative that you surround yourself with people who are positive. Now, I know that sometimes there are people in our lives that, we may have partners, or we may have siblings, or we may have cousins and aunts and grandmothers who are like that, right? Sometimes I just hope that the lighter weight ones are below me. Bruh. But people, it is really imperative. Years ago, I met a gentleman by the name of Harry, who happens to be a billionaire. And I, of course, had to ask him, Harry, how did you do this? How did you achieve this goal of being a billionaire? Well, the first thing he said to me was, look, he said, my father wasn't a billionaire, but my father did die and leave lots of money for me and my siblings. But my father taught me constantly, he used to say, the blind cannot lead the blind. If I am lost in a forest and I don't know the way out, I can't have people around me who are also lost in the forest and have no way out. And more importantly, have already given up. They've already said, you know something, 2021 is going to be worse than 2020, because I've actually heard people say that. Lord, 2021 going to be terrible. No. 2021 is going to be a great year for all of us. It is going to be an amazing year for all of us. You cannot have those people around you. There's no way you can move forward like that. I can say whatever success I've had as a human being had a lot to do with the people around me, people encouraging me, people saying, those Adam Sandler movies. Maybe you guys don't like Adam Sandler, because they say his movies are now politically incorrect, possibly. But those Adam Sandler movies, he has one of his friends appears in all the movies, and all he says in every role, he says, you can do it. You need to surround yourself with people like that. You need to surround yourself with people who are going to say, listen, no matter how rough it looks, you can get this done. It's going to be a good year. Let's work together. Let's support each other. Let's get this done. That is imperative. Surrounding yourself with the right kind of people. Thamsara said, we all get negative at times, but the thing is, you don't let it rule you. Let it sit on your shoulder. You always, even if hard, keep moving forward and be positive about doing so. That is so true, my brother. I have missed your wisdom. So very, very, very true. But that becomes even easier times more when you have people around you who are just as like-minded. People who believe that there is a way out, there's a way forward, there's a way to thrive, there's a way to move forward. Now, I know as human beings, we have a tendency of saying, you know what? I'm surviving. I am not surviving. I don't want you guys to survive. I want you to thrive. We were not put on this earth to survive. We are the dominant life form on this planet. We are not here to survive. In fact, when I hear of people surviving, it hurts me physically. I don't want my children to survive. I don't want your children to survive. I believe that it is possible for us as a community to thrive, as individuals to thrive. I genuinely believe this. People, last year, towards the end of the year, I'm a really positive person. I went through a horrific, unprecedented situation. I lost a tremendous amount of people around me within like a 2-month period. Now, I was able to survive that because I had people around me who held my hand. You notice in the title of this, I said, come hold my hand. These people held my hand. You know who these people are? You people. You were understanding. You stood there with me. I had family and friends who did the same. It is much easier when, as a group, we are powerful and positive. And it doesn't have to be 100 people. It can be 1 or 2 other persons. But Tham's world is going to need people in his life who are going to say, listen, Tham, I know it's a rough week, a rough month, a rough day, but you can do this. Don't give up. I'm not giving up on you. And that's what I'm saying. I'm saying be selective of the people you have in your life, the people who you allow to impact you in a positive or negative way. Be careful of who you give that power to, because we all at some level give that power to people. We all at some level understand that there are people. Justin, what's going on? Brah, how you doing? We all understand that at some level, we have the capacity to change our world. Walking the spirit zone. Blessed love. I know it's been a very long time. Happy 2021 to you. I know you're going to have an awesome year. 2021 is going to be remarkable. It becomes imperative to understand that you want people who are going to be pushing you up the tree, not pulling you down. That's really important. All of us have had those moments, and it is, Tham's World said it beautifully. We all are negative at times. It is a natural part of life. That's why I said we have to be honest. We must be honest. Jesus said we are all amazing and distinct from one another. It makes us human and beautiful inside and out. All of us. Absolutely true. Justin says, I'm 40 today. Oh, I remember this. The Jamaican way to celebrate it, Justin, we say, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, dear Justin. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you, dear Justin. Happy birthday. That's the Jamaican way of singing happy birthday to you, bro. Have a wonderful one. Have a great one. We must surround ourselves with positive, powerful people. We must be very careful who we give the power to in our lives to impact us. Now, some of these people, like our children, for instance, we love our children. They're going to impact us. So what we have to do is we have to teach them to be positive. We have to teach them about the power of themselves. We have to. So the second way for us to thrive in this year, Peter, hope our team beat Liverpool tomorrow. I don't hope, bro. I know we are beating Liverpool. I know we are. Justin, they got to give you that birthday gift, man. See, we're winning. Surround yourself with positive, powerful people. That's number 2. Be careful of the company you keep. Try to avoid the people who are negative, the people who don't believe. Who don't believe. You know, I've already heard people on social media declaring this madness. Oh, 2021 is going to be worse than 2020. Nope. I rebuke that. I rebuke that thought. I will not embrace that thought. 2021 is going to be a great year for all of us. We will conquer this insane virus. Our world will get back to some degree of normalcy. Hey, Nelcourt, how you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the chat. This is our time to thrive and shine. I avoid those conversations with people. I avoid them. I say to them, stop cursing yourself. Your mouth is a powerful thing. The world around you was created by thoughts and words. Be careful of what you speak and think, and therefore be careful of the company you keep. It is okay to be terrified. It is okay to be uncertain, but do not give in to that fear. Declare positivity and surround yourself with people who are positive. Now, I am not saying you should not have people in your lives who are practical, but there's a difference between someone who criticizes negatively and someone who gives an objective opinion of a situation. Thrive. Step up in life and go for what you know. You deserve this. You are the best. So I think everyone be positive. We need to be Justin. As trying and as difficult as that is, and it becomes easier if we have people in our ranks who themselves are positive. So I'm saying that one of the ways for us to thrive this year is to understand that we cannot start off in the first month of the year and declare disaster already. You know, we can't say, oh, this is going to be 2021 is going to be worse. I've literally heard people saying this. Oh my God, 2021 is going to be worse. And I'm saying, wait a minute. We have a vaccine that clearly works. I think 6 million people in America have been vaccinated, and like 3 or 4 million in England. And I don't see mass casualties. People ain't dying. I've spoken to a friend who works at Pfizer. I've spoken to doctors who I've known my entire life, my very good friends, who have taken it and they're fine. So that's okay, already one thing. 2, and this is important, people, we survived 2020. All of us here in this stream, we survived it. We survived one of the most trying years in modern history. We made it through. We may have had some bad moments, but we got through it. We are here. I believe this is the 16th of January. We're here. We made it this far. We already went through hell and back. We made it. I'm a big believer in seeing the positive around me. I'm a big believer. I came on YouTube. I met some amazing human beings, positive, powerful, awesome human beings. Some of you I've had the privilege of speaking with. Remarkable people. We made it. People, after going to 2020, the sky's the limit. The sky's literally the limit. So when you're around people who say, oh, 2021 is going to be horrible, please remind them. Just say, hey. You remember how bad 2020 is? We made it. We lived through it. We got here. If we went through that, we can pretty much survive almost anything. People, we just went through an entire year where we can't hug, we can't embrace, we can't kiss, we can't hang out, we can't see some of our relatives, we can't really go out. Many of us lost money, jobs, etc. Some of us lost family, friends, literally passed away. But we made it to 2021. We got here. Justin says, "For everyone, three will rise." Don't mean to sound like that, but we as humans are warriors. Yes, true. Ace says true. Sam says, "What we think together will be what becomes sometimes. We are all only a product of what we see and know." That is absolutely truth, and I can prove that to you all. Other than that, we can only define ourselves, but also should not define one another. Very, very true. Susie's smiling about the crickets. Now, of course, says we spend precious hours fearing the inevitable. It would be wise to use that time adoring our families, cherishing our friends, and living our lives. Maya Angelou. Now, of course, you are such a beautiful being. Sam says, "We got this. We are good. We are together." And this is my point. Lesser beings have made it through. Greater beings made it through. We're all remarkable. In my mind and in my estimation, people, I generate income by touring. That is how I generate income. I couldn't tour in 2019 because I had a horrific back injury and neck injury and foot injury. And then 2020, when all the tours were lined up, they disappeared because of COVID. But we made it to 2021. Made it another year. We went through what is really one of the worst years in modern history. I tell my friends, I say, listen, the power of your thought multiplied by the power of the positive thoughts of other people makes you become a force to reckon with. When I asked Harry, I said, "Harry, how did you become a billionaire?" Hey, Dana, what a guan, Dana. Big up, and bless up, Dana. Harry said to me, "My father left us millions of dollars, which is a big start." But then he said, "My father always told us, you can't learn about money from people who are broke." And I thought about that and I said, he's got a valid point. And then he paraphrased it. He said, "What I'm saying, Peter, is that you have to surround yourself with people with like goals, people who are positive and believe that the unachievable can be achieved." You guys helped me to get through the passing of people I loved. I'm technically a stranger to you, and you did that for me. It means that you're not just amazing people, but you're good human beings. You are powerful, positive people. And as I'm going to keep saying throughout this stream, we survived 2020. Some of us, Caribbean Queen, Susie, had some of the best years, one of the best years of their lives. And there are many people like that. I'm just simply saying, surround yourself with the right kind of personalities. It's really important. You'll get there. We will get there. Because we don't want anybody pulling us down from the tree. You want them pushing us up. I'm just saying. All right. Donna, what a guan? What you up to? How you been? How you doing? All right. Now, the other thing I want to get into as another way that we will be able to thrive speaks to something that it's difficult. Years ago, in Jamaica, I know a lot of people who are very influential, and a lot of people who are very influential know me, and I think there's some degree of respect there. I was struggling in my music career, really, really struggling at a point, and I had a young lady working for me called Alice, who I love dearly, like my other daughter. Alice was at the time my PA, my personal assistant. She was 18 years of age when she started working for me. A baby, almost. Beautiful human being. And I needed to get something done, but my pride, and she said to me, she said, you know, all these people who can help you. Why don't you ask them? And I said to her, I don't want to trouble these people, and and she said, boss, it's your pride. It's your pride. This 17 going on 18-year-old, she scolded me that day. I took up the phone 4 or 5 days later and I made a call and my career changed. False pride is a terrible thing, it's very dangerous. I am not saying ask everyone around you for assistance every 5 minutes, but I'm saying we all at some point, when we need, hey Roxine, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Tony, I hope you're making a vegan pizza. Make sure, That was a hard lesson for me to learn. The other way, the third way I think that we thrive in 2021 is if and when we need help, we need to seek help. Every single one of us. Hey, bestie. Hi, Sylvia. All of us at some point in our life we need help. All of us, every single one of us. And I'm saying that one of the things that we have to do to thrive is if and when we desperately need help, and there are people who are willing to assist us without us selling our souls. If we have to, then we should reach out and ask those people to help. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying just do this every 5 minutes, but I'm saying if you're in a situation where this is something that has to be done, you need assistance, then you need to do this. No man is an island. No woman stands alone. Each person's joy is joy to me, and each person's dream is my own. Oh, Bridget, thank you so much for that super chat. That's so very sweet of you. Thank you. So sweet of you. Justin says, I'm proud to be British, but I have to admit that I'm sad that we're the worst country in Europe for the virus, but also proud that we're the first country in the world to have the vaccine. I love that. That's actually very true in many respects. When you need help, it's okay to ask for assistance. Nothing is wrong with that. If you are surrounded by positive, powerful people, then they will help. We can't do everything on our own. This hand needs this hand to clap. Human beings are designed to help each other. Or we would have evolved as just one person living forever, or one being. We are designed to help each other. We are designed to help each other. A child is born as a baby is pretty much helpless and needs a parent or someone, some adult, someone to take care of that child. Sometimes our pride, and I know it's hard, and I know that sometimes you can ask for help and the person, someone says no. But you know what my father taught me? He said, no can't kill you. Alice Evans taught me that sometimes we need to repress our pride. Even the greatest businessmen that I've come across, some of the most successful global leaders, literally global leaders, have said, when I needed help, I had to ask. As hard as it was. When I have ever needed help in my life, I would never ask. One day I asked for it. It broke me down. But the response for it was the biggest blessing I ever had in my life. I'm thankful and blessed. Sylvia says, Blacklight, we have a mutual friend who told me once that just as I don't think others are being a bother to me, When they ask for help, I should not think I'm being a bother either. Beautiful words, Tams. Beautiful words, Sylvia. We are designed to assist each other. A baby needs to be assisted to grow into a preteen, into an adolescent, into an elderly person. And if an elderly person is at a certain stage, they're going to need assistance. We are designed to be a unit. We are not designed to be hands separate. Success becomes easier. We thrive easier when we ask for help when we need it. And if you are surrounded by positive, powerful people, then your road to success becomes much easier. Believe me, people, I learned that when Alice said that to me that day, she was so right. She said, we the team are suffering, boss, because of your pride. Hey, Shay Stu, how you doing? No problem. Thank you so very much for listening. Very important. Even the most successful of us are going to need help. It is okay to teach your child to ask for help when that child needs it. We as human beings are designed to work as a team and as a community. The fact is, no one, regardless of what they say, I've never heard of read of. There's no one who can say to me they succeeded completely on their own. It is not possible. We are designed to seek help and to help others. Surround yourself with the right people. This is imperative. You must do this. If and when you need help, you should ask. Sometimes the person can't help, but at least you tried. And no one very rarely kills anybody, if ever. Susie says, I've never asked for help. I always felt I had to do it on my own. Never asked my parents either. I understand that because we have been, and that's exactly how I felt, and that's exactly what I thought, to be honest with you, Susie. But after that 17-year-old Alice Evans told me that, and I broke it down, and I made one call, and it made the process of getting to where I'm in my life right now infinitely easier. I realized it was a mistake. I concur that the world doesn't owe us anything. But I also think because of how we're designed as human beings, we are designed to ask for help and to offer help. Because occasionally, no matter who you are, we're going to need assistance. That's all I'm saying. It makes getting to our goals easier. I understand, Susie. And I am happy that you have got to this place in your life. But if you ever truly need help, I hope you will actually ask. Keita says, we make humanity, we make the world. Very true. Time to ourselves, helping others makes me feel whole. I only wish I could help more than I know I can sometimes. But to help others, don't only help them, but in a lot of ways yourself too. It brings love. Justin says, Susie, you're like me. You're too proud. You're too proud to ask. I feel when they're coming from it. Yeah, I understand all of that. But I'm saying that the most successful people I've come across have freely admitted to me that they were not, their success was not solely their own. Others had to help them. And that's why I said number two, which is surround yourself with positive, powerful people. That's really important because the truth is those people would even offer assistance before you can even ask for it. Bridget says, I'm signing off, Peter. Have a good night. Okay, Bridget. Love you. You're going to have a great year, Bridget. Great, great, great year. Susie says, right, Justin, I will help others, but never ask for anything from my own. I have a very good friend who I love very, very much, Susie, who has the same issue. And I said to her once, then if the people who love you want to assist, how do you impact them by refusing their assistance? You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, number three is that if and when you need help, when you're at that place where you need assistance, it is imperative that you ask for that assistance. I know that we're not designed like that, but I'm saying we are designed like that. We need to seek assistance when we need it. We should never allow pride or ego to stop us from thriving. That's all I'm saying. All right? It's imperative. Now, this one is one that we all know and we hear people talk about, and hear everybody talk about this one, but we we kind of ignore it, although we know it. We utilize the word failure. It's a word that I was terrified of growing up. This word failure, failure, failure. And then one day someone put it into me, put it into perspective. The person said, we don't fail. Each time we try something, it's an opportunity to learn. Now that I've gotten seriously into working out, I realize that for my muscles to grow, I have to stress my muscles, you know, uh, and then allow them an opportunity when I rest to heal stronger and grow bigger. And life is the same thing. Someone said to me, no, I read this. The person said, we do not see the process, we do not see the success until the person is successful. And normally it just takes one moment. So you can fail a million times, but once you have built a multinational corporation, that's what people will remember. The truth is, we don't really fail. We get opportunities to improve on the mistakes that we are making. And that's how we have to see it. Each time I went on stage and I didn't get the response I wanted, I had an option. My options were I could have either said, wow, this is horrible and I'm going to give up. Or what I chose to do was, okay, what did I do wrong? How can I improve? What can I do better the next time? How can I grow this product? What can I do to improve the product? It's really about your mindset and it's about what we are taught growing up. We are taught never fail, win, 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 win. How practical is that really? It's not practical. You have to lose, 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 truly, before you actually can win, 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 win. You have to learn. There must be a learning curve in anything you're doing. I'm sure Michael Jordan wasn't always the best. LeBron wasn't always the best. Manchester United was not always the best. At some point, we evolve and we grow. That's the truth. And if you see failure as failure, but not an opportunity to learn, it will become failure. You will not evolve from that moment. In other words, don't be afraid to fail. Kitame says, I'm Buddhist. I believe in the universe and energy never dies. Always put your energy into something greater because you can, regardless if you don't think so or not. Susie says, no ego, just driven. Ego never accepts the truth. Susie says, no, not ego for me. Just always felt I have to do it on my own. I understand that. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, Susie. I'm simply saying that if you ever at the point where your success will be determined by your asking for assistance, don't allow that to stop you. I see nothing wrong with that because I completely understand it. And I said earlier, I'm not saying ask for help every 5 minutes, but I'm saying if you're at a place where for you to move forward, you're going to need assistance. And that assistance will not comprise of you selling your dreams, your souls, your aspiration, and or their very core being, then there's nothing wrong with it. Justin says stubborn is exactly what we are, Susie. My man gave me 50 pounds today for my birthday, and for the life of me, I would not take it. I understand that, and I think maybe your reasons for that are noble. But The point I was making to one of my closest friends was, you help a lot of us. You help us constantly. We deserve an opportunity to help you. We deserve an opportunity for you to reach. We would like you to say, "Can you help me with this?" Because this cements the circle. This is a circle of life. You are helping me. I know Susie helps a lot of people. I know all of you in the stream are people who are givers. I'm trying to say to you, I said this to my best friend Sylvia, because Sylvia um, sometimes is like that. Sylvia will give everything to everyone, but it is really hard for her to take. And we, the people who love us and care about us, deserve an opportunity to feel important when you say, "Can you help me?" And if you're if that person gives to you, Justin, then it is imperative that you take, because I know you give also. So I mean, this concept of failure that we teach ourselves, that was taught to us, that we embrace, it's a falsehood. I am not saying that you're running 100 meters and you're trying to win and you come last, you're not going to feel hurt. But I'm saying the better moment, you have two options. You can either never run 100 meters again, or you can say, "You know what I'm going to do? What did I do wrong? Maybe I need to train harder. Maybe my training is not correct. Maybe my nutrition is off. Maybe I'm not resting well. Maybe my warm up routine was off." I'm saying these are moments that allow us to thrive, to improve, to become better at whatever we are doing. Just in other thing, I think we're twins. Susie says, "I felt like my parents took care of me and put a roof over my head and fed me, so it's my turn to pay them back." That's beautiful. I get that. I I kind of feel the same thing too. I understand that. Justin says, "Susie, I think we're twins." Seriously. She says, "Right, Justin. My grandparents are from Germany. Maybe that's where it comes from." So for me, these are the first three steps we need in terms of moving forward. It's imperative that, we embrace these fruits. Uh, I think I said this one before, which is we made it thus far, so we can pretty much go for a little further. You know what I'm saying? Um, the thing about goals, I realize, and about thriving, and the goal can, like I said, can be varied. It can be happiness, peace, joy, less pain, whatever it is. I think it's about taking one step at a time. You plan for 2024, but you need to remember that each moment it's about taking one step at a time, one step at a time. So you plan for the future, but remember you're in the present, and you take one step at a time, one step at a time. You know, have high hopes, have high hopes, but just take one step at a time, one step, just in increments like this. Before you know it, you're there. I know that Ace says, "Yes, I totally agree, Peter." Time says, "I find a lot of times what I think of myself and believing in myself can change everything for myself. Not sure if one could understand that." Yep, I can relate. I can relate. But I know my mindset is what I become sometimes. That is an absolute truth. Susie has been around many performers. I think Susie knows this, but the truth is, most of us as performers, we have to visualize the success of the performance. We have to know. People used to say to me, "Are you terrified before you go on a stage?" And I'm like, I think I'm more terrified to speak to a person one on one, because I'm so comfortable with the idea of performing that I know. I mean, I've had very few moments in my entire 32 years of singing that didn't bode well for me live as a live performer. And I I realized that this became a state of mind, a state of being. Almost, I knew that every performance was going to be awesome. And that's what I'm trying. And I think it's the same thing that Times World is saying. I think that we are what we think and speak and believe. And that's another reason why I say we have to surround ourselves with positive people. We have to fight the negativities. It is okay to be fearful. It is okay to be uncertain, but you cannot allow that to consume you. Hence my saying, if someone starts the year 2021, the first month, and say, oh, it's going to be worse than 2020, they're pretty much cursing themselves. And we cannot do that. And I will not allow you guys to do this. I will not allow you to do this. I will not allow myself to do this because I see great things ahead. I can see Susie's brand becoming a global brand. Why not? I see Fam's world. I see his daughter's talent. Why not? I see these things. I know Ace will have a pain-free existence. Why not? Why not? This leads me to the next thing in terms of us thriving in this year. I think very, very often we forget something that we all do innately, but we don't realize the power of this thing. And this is the last thing I'm going to speak about tonight. We have to learn to adapt. We have to learn to adapt. But this is the second to last thing. Adapting is important. I know that is a very difficult thing because us as human beings, the one thing human beings hate more than anything else is change. We hate change. It was Vermont Paints was said in my previous live this week. He reminded me that when color TV came about, millions of people across the world were terrified that color TV would give you cancer. When I remembered in Jamaica, I don't know if it happened in your country, but when they introduced seatbelts, thousands of Jamaicans refused to wear them because they said seatbelts would kill them. I also remember the 31st of December, 1999. I remember this as a very young person, that everybody was expecting all the satellites across the globe to drop out of the sky because they said that Susie said, okay, Michael Jackson was extremely shy, but when he got on stage, it was a different person. I can relate to Michael. I can relate. Like I said, it's easier for me to talk to you guys like this and to be on a stage in front of hundreds of thousands of people than to talk to you one-on-one. You might be very surprised when we meet. Hopefully we meet. But I remember how everybody was saying the world was pretty much going to end on the 31st of December, 1999, because they said the year 2000, the satellites they needed a time so they would all go back to zero and they would drop out of the sky. I've heard so many crazy stuff. When cell phones came in, I remember parents telling their children, "Do not play video games. They're going to make you violent. Do not play video games. You're wasting your life." Now we have gamers on YouTube, people who just make their money literally gaming, right? What I'm saying is, Ace says for the year 2000, computers were going to crash. Yes, Ace, and the satellites are going to drop out of the sky. Tham said in 1990, Y2K, that's what it was called, Tham's word. I couldn't remember. We all thought the world would shut down. People thought we would lose all electronics. Yes. The point I'm making is, human beings hate change. We hate change. We want nothing to change. We want everything to be exactly the way it is. We don't want change. And in most instances, we have to be dragged, kicking and screaming into the future. The people I find who thrive in any environment tend to be the people who are the fastest and the quickest to adapt to change. I remember as an artist when Facebook and Instagram, before that, there was something called, oh my goodness, before Facebook, before Instagram, before all these TikTok and all these things, it was the first one, MySpace. Does anybody remember MySpace? And I remember artists complaining and saying this is crazy, and I remember older artists to me saying, oh, I'm not going on these social platforms, people get tired of me. Now, if you are not consistently on a social platform because people want to consume your lifestyle as an artist in a completely different way, and a lot of those artists who refuse to go on social platforms, they disappeared. We hate change. Human beings hate it. I hate change. I mean, I have to admit it. But I've learned to adjust. I have learned that it is called, survival of the fittest. We, to thrive in 2021, we have to learn to adapt. We have to learn to change. We have no choice. I mean, just think about all those crazy things we heard growing up. I mean, I really remember that Y2K thing. That was scary. There were so many adults around me saying, oh my gosh, the world is going to end. All the computers are going to shut down. We're going to go back to the dark ages, the middle ages. And I was like, ugh. And even then I thought that was ridiculous. Now we have gamers, people. We have people who literally on YouTube get millions of views just doing this and talking. It's crazy. But I'm saying the people who adapt, and that's one of our strengths as human beings. Unlike many animals, we are able to adapt to change. We must be able to adapt. I think this year is going to bring about many changes in a very positive way, and some of us are going to have to be dragged kicking and streaming into it. I don't want us to be the people who have to be dragged. I want us to be the forerunners. I want us to be the people who, I mean, listen, think about this. You still have MySpace, Susie? I didn't even know that still exists. That version, change can be hard, but also change is important. Yes, very true. Susie says, I'm getting better at change, though. Justin says, my mindset now is a lot different to my teens. It is imperative that we change. Ace says, yes, I totally agree. It is imperative that we learn to adjust and change and move forward. This is a key thing. This is remarkably important. We have to find different ways to do things. Look, people, I'm used to touring. It is a high possibility that even after we go back to some degree of normalcy, more people are going to be doing online concerts, which leads me to this. On the 29th of January, my birthday, which is 2 Fridays from now, we're presenting an amazing birthday concert to celebrate my birthday. It's called the Royals. These are two of my greatest friends in the game. A girl named Italy, who's amazing. She's popped up in the stream occasionally. Italy has toured Europe extensively. Italy appeared as one of the songwriters and the performers on Shaggy's Double Diamond Hotshot album. She's a remarkable talent. You're going to love her performance. You're going to love her music. Please be here. Invite your friends. We're just rolling out the flyers and posters, etc. You're beginning to see them. I guarantee you an amazing performance. Amazing. I'm going to be at my best. I'm going to be having a good time because I love performing. It's going to be great. And then also we have my friend Nadira X. She's passed by a few times. Nadira X, again, a remarkable world talent who has had number ones across the globe, hip-hop sensation. She was discovered by Dave Stewart from the Eurythmics. She's been endorsed by the Rolling Stones. I mean, she's a remarkable talent and my very dear friend, my sister. We call ourselves the Royals, and you guys are going to have a great time at that concert. It is Friday the 29th, my birthday. We call it my Earth Strong Friday the 29th at 8 p.m. Jamaica time. It is going to be a remarkable concert. We may add a few people to the date, but as it is right now, so it's going to be the three of us. You guys are going to love it. But I'm saying again, uh, adjust. We got to learn to adjust. Boy, Susie, I can't even believe you still have a MySpace. People, I didn't even know that MySpace still exists. I really didn't know. That means maybe my MySpace is still up there somewhere. I don't even remember anything about my MySpace. Wow, that's so cool. Are you going to be here tomorrow? Me? Oh yes, we're doing smooth sailing Sundays at 7 p.m. tomorrow, guys. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Last week was great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, 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 great. Yeah, so I'm really so we have to learn to adjust. We have no choice. We have to adapt. It is really about survival of the fittest. And just think about all those platforms that when, I mean, there's so many different things that came and went, and we had to adjust and do something different and find something new. Listen, the first time my team put me on Instagram, I was like, what is this? I'm still learning. YouTube, people, I am bewildered by YouTube. But I'm having fun and I'm learning. I'm trying to adjust, to grow and evolve, just like I know most of you are, because many of you are content creators. So this is, we have to figure out a way to adapt and to adjust. Now, of course, it's my birthday, so practice a Disney song for me. Tomorrow is your birthday? Cool, Elcourt. I will. I have to shorten the smooth sailing because I'm still recovering from the strep throat. But I'm doing better and better and better each week, and I want to make sure that I'm ready for that concert on my birthday, the 29th. So don't worry, I will learn something for you and do it for you. Don't worry about it. It scares me to Google my name. They know more about me than I do. That is frightening. That is frightening. Yeah, thanks, Justin, and happy birthday to you. I hope you and Justin, please take the 50 quid and enjoy it. Please, Justin. Okay? You don't want to hurt the person who gave it to you. And I know and the birthday will be us beating Liverpool, bruh. I'm telling you. It's gonna be great. Um, Oh yes, I hope you. It's going to be 8 p.m. On January the 29th. It's going to be great. I'm telling you, people, you guys have no idea. Italy is a remarkable artist, amazing music, amazing performer. Italy, amazing. And same thing, Nadira, amazing, amazing. I would not have invited them without. I mean, I'm a very successful show promoter here in the island, and I'm telling you, these people, and I'm not talking about, these are international stars, and I'm not just saying that lightly. And I am humbled that they offered to do this for my birthday. In fact, we're going to be doing that tour in 2022 in Europe and the United States, the Royals on tour. So you guys get like a preamble. It's going to be awesome. I guarantee you. Guarantee. Um, I'm missing some stuff here. I know I'm missing some stuff. So it's going to be a dope birthday bash, people. You do not want to miss it. It's going to be awesome, awesome, awesome. Very different, and I'm excited. I'm excited, and I see Marianne sharing out the flyers and stuff. Guys, if you can share out the flyers, we have a video up that aired this week on my channel. It really is, it's not a monetized video. It's really just a video to give you an idea. You can share that around to your friends, your family. It's about the show on the 29th, my birthday bash. And I'm so excited because I did a birthday concert in 2018 here in Jamaica, and it was amazing, completely sold out. The performances were awesome. We had a wonderful time, and I'm so happy that two of my dearest friends and two of my most talented friends are going to be doing this. And in fact, I'm thinking I'm going to be doing concerts like this maybe every 3 months throughout the year, and bring some amazing talent that you guys have not heard about. And listen, go check them out. Go Google Italy. She's up on my community channel right now. Go Google Nadira X. You're gonna love their music. Remarkable artist, and people. I bring the fire. It's gonna be awesome. So I am super stoked about this concert. I get to perform for you, amazing human beings, and I think we're gonna have a lot of people in that stream. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I mean, listen, Nadira X, I'm going to say this, was discovered by Dave Stewart of the Eurythmics. She was signed to his label. Amazing talent, endorsed by the Rolling Stones, U2. Amazing. Italy has toured Europe consistently. I'm humbled to have these people as my friends, and I'm so happy. I'm excited about this birthday bash. Anyway, so the last thing I want to talk about tonight, in terms of what we're going to do to thrive, and we are going to do this as a team and as a group together. We're going to grow. We're going to evolve. Is this final thing? All right. It is imperative. Many of us were taught growing up, unfortunately, that you find one thing and you do that one thing. I want you all to start at this stage to diversify your income. Find other ways of generating income. I'm going to get it more. I'm going to do a stream that's going to be more in depth, but I've been doing this for a while and I find it works. Diversify your income. Don't just be dependent on one income stream. And I'm really sure that that 2020, if you didn't know that lesson before, it sure as crap taught you that lesson. Find ways to diversify. So that's really it mostly for this stream. I'm so happy to see so many of you I haven't seen for a while. We're going to be back tomorrow night with Smooth Sailing Sundays at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Tomorrow night. Like I said, I have to shorten the stream because I'm still recovering from the strep throat. But I was able to do it last week. It was a great week. It is my way of giving back to you. Please share out, if you're on Instagram and stuff, share out the flyers. Just go to Peter Lloyd World and share out the flyers to your stories, your Facebook, etc., your Facebook stories, whatever. Share it out to your friends. I see Marianne's been doing that. I guarantee you, this is going to be an amazing concert. Amazing. There are some things I know I'm amazing at, and performing. These people are great performers, and we're going to put together something amazing for you. We won't have the issues that we had the last time, and the last concert was good. And I think I'm going to be thinking of doing this every 3 months, where I'm going to bring in some remarkable talent to you people. These people are world class talent. I'm just so blessed to have people like this in my life, and I'm just looking forward to it. So tomorrow, guys, remember what we talked about tonight. Let me run through them very, very quickly, because it is imperative for me that you know this. Be honest with yourself. Accept where you are. In other words, if you are lost, until you accept that you're lost, you will never find a way out of that situation. Okay. Two, when it's possible, surround yourself with positive, powerful people who are like-minded, who will push you forward. Okay, Thamsura said, that's great. I admire you, Peter, and appreciate love. I know you said appreciate, but I say appreciate love. I have the chance to have met you and know you in my life. That feeling is mutual, because I feel your power and your energy, Tham's World. There is no doubt. So impressed with your daughter. So talented, beautiful talent. It is and like I said, all of you helped me to get through a very rough period in my life, and I love all of you dearly. I'm just said that. So remember, tomorrow we have Smooth Sailing Sundays, 7 p.m. Jamaica time. The same time we started this stream. Is going to be great. Come by, invite a friend. It's all good, and we're gonna have fun. Let me go back to this list. First thing is, be honest with yourself. Admit where you are. Very important. Two, surround yourself with positive, powerful people who will push you forward and not pull you back. Very important. Show me your company and I will tell you who you are. Tham's World said it best. Your thoughts and your words create your reality. It literally impacts your world. All right. If and when you need to, it is imperative to suppress your ego and seek help. There's nothing wrong with that. Many great persons have had to do that. I understand that some of you in this room are not comfortable, but if you are at that place, remember that you give. And it is imperative not just to give, but to learn to receive. Very important. A lot of us don't know how to receive, but we're good at giving. It should be both. Life is about balance. All right. Um, Failures are an opportunity to learn. It's imperative. Most of us will succeed once and fail many times before we get to that success. Your failures are an opportunity to learn, to adjust, to grow, to get stronger, to get better, to be more determined. Focus, believe in your greatness and in yourselves. I believe in all of you. I believe in my greatness, and I know that you are remarkable. Um, uh, okay, the other one. We made it this far. We came through 2020, which was one of the worst years in known history. And the fact that we got here says that we have the fortitude, we have the strength of character, we have the strength of mind to make 2021 a great year. So I'm not talking about surviving 2021, people. I am talking about all of us thriving. When we meet again in 2022, we should all have the experience of having had an amazing, productive, wonderful, powerful year. Believe it. All right. This is what we are going to do. We made it through that terrible 2020. Some of us thrive then, so imagine our power to thrive now. Um, Admit to your fears. Nothing is wrong with that. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a way of gauging yourself. But never allow your fears to consume you when you are petrified and terrified. Just remember me singing, Rubber ducky, you're the one. It's very important, okay? Just remember yourself. Know who you are. Know your power. Know your greatness. Know how remarkable you are. Okay? People, you heard my voice. It is imperative that we learn to adapt to thrive. Very important. Adapt. Don't be like. There's still people. I mean, I think a lot of the stuff that's happening right now in America, with all due respect to my American friends, is people who are afraid of change. They see the world that they know changing, and instead of adapting, they're trying to hold on to the past. It can't work. We human beings move forward continuously. The world is moving forward. Adapt. You can do this. You're remarkable beings. Adapt. Just educate yourself about the situation. People, let me tell you something. I'm on YouTube. I'm. I just learned the word um, SEO. I didn't even know what the SEO was. What SEO was. That's how bad I am. But I'm still trying to adapt and learn. I know that I'll conquer this. And I know that you all will also. Everything is about growth and moving forward. That's imperative. All right. And lastly, uh, we need to find ways to create many streams of income. Very important. Multiple streams of income. I love all of you guys. I'll sing Rubber Ducky tomorrow. Susie, you know I'm going to do it. 7 p.m. tomorrow, right here on this channel. We're going to have Smooth Sailing Sundays, and we're going to have fun. Again, please share out the video for the upcoming concert. It's right here on my YouTube, my Blacklight Records YouTube. Share out my Instagram posts on the concert. Please share out my Facebook posts to your friends, your family. I want as many people in there as possible. Outside of myself, I'm a world-renowned artist, but I'm going to have two amazing global stars, and I really want them to have the right reception. So the 29th of January, Friday, 8 p.m. Jamaica time, right here in Blacklight Records, the Royals in concert, Nadira X, Italy, and myself, Peter Lloyd. I'm gonna go. You hear my voice going, right, guys? I love all of you. You are remarkable beings. This is our year, 2021. We thrive. We thrive. We strive. We're going to have a great year. I declare this. I know it. I believe it. I love all of you. Justin, have a great, strong, have a great birthday. Take the money. Okay? You're hurting the people you love by not doing that.
Okay, guys.